New season, new brawler. Fang will be our next chromatic brawler coming with the new Brawl Pass season in January. He works at the local cinema in Star Park, but he's also an aspiring actor, usually in lower budget martial art movies.
Fang is a melee brawler that can kick everyone in his way. Unlike El Primo, Rosa or Buzz, he doesn't throw a series of attacks, but just one instead, which is harder to hit but does a lot more damage.
And if he misses his kick, his shoe flies away in the same direction of his attack. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but could be a good strategy to charge up his super. It also looks funny too.
His super is quite different though. He unleashes a powerful flying kick that if it hits an enemy, it will connect to another target, if the target is within Fang's super range. This can happen up to 4 times in total. He could literally wipe a whole team with just one super if you play it right.
Since Fang is the chromatic brawler of this update, he received a skin at the last tier of the Brawl Pass, which is called Furious Fang. Eve is the newest brawler of the season. She's a very small alien flea in a spaceship who is joining Ruff's trio.
She's a loving mother that just wants to find a place for her babies, even if that means disintegrating anyone in her way.
With her main attack, she shoots 3 eggs in a row. They all have different sizes and damage.
And with her super, she releases a big egg that hatches after some seconds and spawns 3 hatchlings. If the hatchlings are not destroyed before latching onto the closest enemy, they will deal damage over time.
Eve has a very unique trait too. Since she's flying on her spaceship all the time, she can hover over certain terrains like water and holes.
She's also getting a skin called Spiky Eve at the last tier of the Biodome Brawl Pass.
Janet is joining Stu's trio and she's the new chromatic brawler in the Brawl Pass.
She's not only an acrobatic performer and a singer, but also the star of the show.
With her main attack, she sings a loud note towards the opponents that causes damage in a cone. The more you hold the aim button, the narrower and longer the cone gets.
And to perform her stunts besides Stu, her super activates her jetpack that enables her to fly over everything for a few seconds. While in the air, she also attacks enemies on the ground.
You'll get the awesome Valkyrie Janet at the last tier in the Brawl Pass and Biker Carl at the first tier.
Janet has a small sister, but we'll talk about that later.
Bonnie is Janet's little sister and also part of Stu's trio. All of them perform on Star Park's stunt show.
She's a reckless and overly excited girl who's famous in the park for her most daring trick, being shot from a cannon.
Which leads me to her abilities. So she has 2 different forms that can be activated by pressing the super, kinda like Meg. But the difference is that she can only go to her default form if she uses her super again.
So in her cannon form, she moves slowly and can attack from far. She has only 1 ammo slot, so she can't unload her ammo too fast.
And with her super, she shoots herself from her cannon and deals damage when landing. It will also activate her second form.
In her outside the cannon form, she moves super fast and deals lots of damage at close range. And when she uses her super again, she takes some time to transform into cannon mode, but when she does, she regains part of her health back.
And Bonnie will be available later in the season. Otis is a mysterious creature who lives in the depths of Star Park and expresses himself with his street art on any wall he sees.
With his arm hose, he shoots 4 paintballs in a straight line and they mildly spread the further they go.
For his super, he uses his starfish friend Seal, who disables every ability your target has. While Seals is stuck to an enemy brawler, they can't attack, use gadgets, or activate their super.
However, they can still move and run for their lives.
Otis is the chromatic brawler of the season, coming at tier 30 in the Brawl Pass.
And he becomes an Egyptian artist with his Pharaoh's skin at the last tier of the Brawl Pass. It's also a perfect link to our newest chromatic brawler, Sam.
He's the second member of Belle's trio and literally her partner in crime. He also has some personal beef with all the robots in Star Park.
His playstyle feels very unique to Brawl. When equipped with his knuckle busters, he does a stronger close-range attack that can hit multiple enemies at the same time. When he doesn't have them, his attacks are not as powerful, but they are faster.
And while he has his knuckle busters, his super bar is always full, meaning he's the first brawler who already starts with his super available.
Activating his super with his knuckle busters on will throw them and will damage everything on their way. He also gets a temporary speed buff. Activating the super again will then call his Knuckle Busters back to his arms and damage everything on their way back.
While Sun doesn't have his weapon, he'll have to charge his super in the normal way, by hitting his attacks. Or he can collect his Knuckle Buster again.
Sam will get the Caesar Sam skin at the last tier of the Brawl Pass. Gus is a very weird kid in his PJs and looks like he hasn't touched grass for a while.
But besides his catchy vibes, Gus is actually a support brawler with the ability to heal and protect allies.
For every attack Gus hits, he charges a new bar. Once this bar is full, the next attack you hit will drop a ghost in the map. If your allies touch this ghost, they will heal. You can drop multiple ghosts in the map.
With his super, he's able to cast a shield either on his allies or on himself. To cast it on allies, you should aim and hit your shot. To use it on yourself, you just tap the super button as if you would be auto-aiming.
And great news! If you look forward to unlocking him, he will be super rare, which is quite easy to find in boxes.
Buster is the projector guy at Star Park Cinema who... Hey, could you please get the background right? Anyway, he also dreams of becoming an action movie star himself.
He's part of Fang's trio and he's also his best buddy.
For his main attack, Buster unleashes a wave of light towards his enemies. The closer he is to his target, the more damage he does.
He's a tank brawler who can protect his teammates. When he uses his super, he creates a wall of light that blocks any incoming projectiles.
It can block literally anything come towards his shield, but it doesn't prevent attacks from above, so watch out for throwers out there.
And single projectile attacks can also be reflected by his shield, so it's not a good idea to attack Buster from the front while his shield is on.
Buster replaces his projector with a chainsaw in the Chainsaw Buster skin, which you can get at the last tier of the Brawl Pass.
Mandy has a love and hate, well, mostly hate, relationship with Chester, but there is a good reason for that.
Chester is a chaotic prankster who is extremely annoying. He's the guy who won't stop playing pranks on everyone. He finds it funny, but only because that's how he shows affection.
His main attack is a sequence of projectiles that always follow the same logic. So the first attack shoots 1 projectile, the second shoots 3 projectiles, and the third shoots 5.
They keep following this pattern. It doesn't matter how much ammo you have left, so you can use it to your advantage if you keep track of your attacks.
Chester is also the first brawler with a randomized super. True story.
He has in total 5 different supers, and you won't know which one you are going to get until you charge it up and look at the super icon. Sounds insane, but it's quite easy to memorize.
His supers are throwing a bomb, slowing enemies in a certain area, poisoning enemies in a cone, healing himself, and a direct stunning attack. So you will know which super you have up your sleeve, but your opponent will have to guess.
Chester also comes with a 29 gem skin called Dark Chester. He may look a little less cheerful, but he's equally random.
And if you have at least 1 legendary already, you will be able to start unlocking him as soon as he drops in the new Star Road. We'll explain it better later in this video, so stick around until the end. Along with Lola, Gray is the second brawler of the Brawlywood trio.
Lola is a soap opera star and super dramatic, but Gray makes silent, artsy underground movies. When they do perform together, Lola always wants the spotlight for herself.
For his main attack, he shoots lines from his fingers with his mind powers.
And he's the first brawler with portals. Gray can create 2 portals and teleport brawlers across the map. The first portal always spawns wherever Gray is, and the second one he throws within his super range. Both Gray and his allies can use the portal, so be careful not to send your teammate to a bad spot.
And guess what? You can get Gray for free by completing a quest.
It's super easy. The quest will already be available when the update lands, and it will run for about 1 month, so make sure to complete it before it's too late.
If you don't complete it within the given time, you'll be able to collect him from the Star Road or buy him from the shop.
Also available on update day, Gray is in costume as a fugitive, with the Runaway Gray skin for 29 gems.